Hi, this is Sandy Hamilton. I hope everyone is enjoying my on-demand classroom. I am really excited to see the growth your child makes this year. Please take the necessary time to download and prepare the materials for each daily lesson. Your child will only benefit the most from attending class if they can fully participate. Please let me know in the comments section below the video what you like most about Mrs. Hamilton's classroom. I would really appreciate it if you would tell friends and family members about Mrs. Hamilton's classroom. Please also share it on social media. Your word-of-mouth testimonial is my best form of advertising, and I really appreciate it. Thanks, and have a great day. Hello, let's start our day. There's so much we can do. Come on, let's start our day so you can learn too. Hello, let's start our day. There's so much we can do. Come on, let's start our day so you can learn too. Well, hello, thanks for joining me today. We are going to be continuing to talk about the letter A, and today is Acorn Day. But before we start, I wanted to show you the ant farm that we started yesterday. You're not going to believe this, but those ants have been hard at work since I put them in their habitat. A habitat is an area where an animal or insect or creature lives. So here is the ant farm. Now I had a little poker. It said to start 3 tunnels for the ants. So I stuck a stick right here, and right here. And they have added onto it. They've got a whole bunch of things going down here in the corner. I fed them 3 little pieces of apples, which they ate up, and now they seem to have covered. And it's really interesting to watch these ants because when they dig their tunnels, they pick up the sand and they carry it in their mouth and they bring it to other places. So this has been a really interesting activity to watch. I was thinking, if you don't have an ant farm, last year with my class, I just made an ant farm, and I'll show that to you. Well, I'll show you how I did it. But I found the directions on Pinterest, and I just needed a bell jar. So I'll leave that here. So as I said, we just used a bell jar. Here, little ants, I'm gonna have you come over here. Don't wanna have that fall. That would be not a good situation. So you need a bigger bell jar and a smaller bell jar that fits inside this one, which I didn't have, so I just used one of my cups. I had Mr. Hamilton drill some little holes in there. And then what you do is you insert the bell jar upside down into this one. And then it said to add dirt or sand. Last year I added dirt, but it really didn't work out very well because my ants were dark and the dirt was dark, so it was hard to see them. So they said dirt or sand. I'd go with sand. So then you just pour it in there, and it worked quite well when they dug the tunnels. Because you have that other bell jar in there, you can see the tunnels in action. And we got our ants by setting an ant trap. So we took some sugar water and dipped a cotton ball in it, and then left it on a plate for a couple hours and came back and caught ourselves some ants, put them in there, and we were good to go. And we had our ant jar for a couple weeks, and then after we enjoyed it for a couple weeks, and we let them go. But that worked just as well. So it's interesting, when I was moving this off to the side, not only do you see that they've built tunnels on this side, but on this side they have a tunnel too, a secret tunnel. So I could probably sit here for hours and watch these ants busy at work. I just can't believe it. I don't see them rest. They just seem to work and work and work. They've got a good attitude. They work hard. All right, so I'm gonna put this off to the side and hope not to drop it. And we're gonna see how we're feeling today. I gotta say, I'm feeling inspired. inspired means you're really are looking at something and can't believe that it's been done, and I've been inspired by these ants that they've worked so hard. So I'm going to try and work extra hard today too. So I'm like a worker ant. All right, so how are you feeling? Are you happy? Are you excited about our ants? Are you still just like this? Are you sad today? I hope not. Hopefully this song will cheer you up if you are. So let's see how we're doing. Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? How are you today? Okay, I'm gonna touch our wrist. Hello everybody, touch your wrist. Hello everybody, touch your wrist. Hello everybody, touch your wrist. Touch your wrist today. Do you remember where your heel is? Right at the bottom of your foot. Hello everybody, touch your heel. Hello everybody, touch your heel. Hello everybody, touch your heel. Touch your heel today. Let's clap our hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Hello everybody, clap your hands. Clap your hands today. Let's wave a hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Hello everybody, wave hello. Wave hello today. Last one, stand up. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Hello everybody, jump up and down. Jump up and down today. All right, well, I hope you're all feeling good and ready to talk about letter A and acorns today. But right now, we are going to start our circle time. So make sure you have your binders ready if you're going to follow along with Mrs. Hamilton. Or if you're just going to watch, make sure you're using your eyes to watch, your ears to listen. Keep your voice quiet and your body calm. So we're not running around and we're not playing with toys. We're really focused so we can learn a lot because there's so much to learn today. Okay, let's go. All right, well, let's get ready to sing our song for the months of the year. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Okay, well, do you know where a month of the year is? That starts with the letter S. Do you remember what it is? Did you hear it in the song? Let's look. Let's look for that letter S. It looks like a snake. There it is. September. We're still in the month of September. So I'm going to put it right here. And we're going to count until we get to this square. So count with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Did you say 17? Let's find our number 17. It's a teen, so it has a 1 in front of it. Dum ba 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 dum ba. Here it is. It's a 1 and a 7, which makes 17. Now remember, next week we're going to start writing our numbers. How fun. So I'm going to put that right here. So it's September 17th, but we need to figure out what day it is. So let's sing our Days of the Week song. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, well, here we go. It's way over here. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Did you say Thursday? Remember, we talked about Thursday last week when we say our tongue comes in between our front teeth. Thursday. Let's all try and say that.
Thursday.
Good. All right. So today is Thursday, September 17th, 2020. Well, now you can grab your binders if you want to follow along in your binder book, and we are going to sing our Count by 10 song. I can count by tens. Ready now, let's go. I can count by tens. Here I go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Well, good job. Now we're going to move along to seasons. Do you remember what the 4 seasons are? There's 4 seasons in a year. So let's sing our season song to remind ourselves. And we're going to be touching our head, our shoulders, our knees, and our toes. Let's go. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. 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 There are 4 parts of a year called seasons. Called seasons. Called seasons. There are 4 parts of a year called seasons. Do you know which one that you are in? Okay, good job. Well, our season wheel right now is pointing to spring. I wish it were spring again, but we are still in the season of summer. So we're going to move the arrow to this S word because spring begins with the letter S, but so does summer. Spring. Let's clap that out. Spring just has 1 part, but the word summer has 2 word parts. It's a longer word, summer. We're still in the season of summer. Fall is coming though. Okay, well, why don't you make sure you've looked out the window so we can move along to weather. If you haven't looked out the window, then you better stop Mrs. Hamilton's video so you can take a peek outside. And then I'll meet you back here. It could be warm or hot or cold or windy out, sunny or snowy or cloudy or rainy out. Let's all think of some words we can pick. Let's all look outside to see the weather. Weather today. Let's all look outside to see the weather. Weather out today. It could be warm or hot or cold or windy out, sunny or snowy or cloudy or rainy out. Let's all think of some words we can pick. So what did you see out there? I wonder if you found the same things as I saw today. Well, I'll tell you one thing I felt. I felt a little cold again. So I am going to pick the word cold. Slide this, and we did that yesterday. Oh, he looks very cold. And then it was windy outside. Everything was blowing all around my hair. It was kind of crazy outside when I was out there. So I'm going to pick this word. Begins with a W. Windy. So the other arrow, I'm going to hold this arrow with one hand, and I'm going to slide the other arrow. So today's weather in Mrs. Hamilton's classroom is cold and windy. What's it like at your house? Wow. Okay, well now we're going to move along to our vowel sound. So, the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. So, can you take your pointers or can you point to the screen and tell me which vowel makes an sound? If you pointed to the A, you're right. That's what we're talking about this week, the A. And remember, Annie Alligator says, Okay, well, we have much to do today, so I am going to sit down and start our day. Okay, well, I wanted to look at our alphabet because we've been talking a lot about some of the letters like A and other letters when we do our calendar, but did you know that every letter makes its own sound? So we are going to be starting with the lowercase letters, looking at each letter every day and saying the picture that it begins with. So we're going to start right here on letter A. A, apple. B, B. C, car. D, doll. E, elf. F, fire. G, goose. H, house. I, ink. J, jet. K, kite. L, lion. M, mouse. N, nut. O, ostrich. P, penguin. Q, queen. R, rose. S, sun. T, turtle. U, umpire. V, vase. W, watch. X, X-ray. Y, yo-yo. Z, zipper. The end. We went all the way A to Z. Okay, so for acorns today, I am going to be reading you a story, and it is called Acorns Everywhere. And I love this. So acorns is spelled A-C-O-R-N-S, but instead of an O, they made a little acorn. And this is a much loved book, so I had to tape it back together because all the kids like to look at it. There is a squirrel, and look what he's doing. He's holding a bunch of acorns. The author is Kevin Sherry. Acorns everywhere. That is a funny looking squirrel. I must hide them. Gather. That's what squirrels do. They gather the acorns. And do you know why they gather? They gather them because they're getting ready for the next season. So usually acorns start to fall in the fall, and the squirrels, and maybe the mice too, gather them up. So they have something to eat in the winter when snow is covering the ground or it's just so cold and it's hard to get into the ground. Dig, bury. So they're burying them. Looks like he's breaking the ground so he can stick the acorns in there. Gather, dig, bury. And they also, not only do they dig them in the ground, but they put them in holes in trees. Oh dear. Gather! Dig! I don't know what that is. It has some big feet and claws. Bury! Berries! Oh, when you bury something, that's not the same as berries that grow on trees. I think he thought he was saying berry when he was talking about the berries. Phew, says the squirrel. He was a little worried. Grumble. Does your tummy ever make that noise when you're hungry? Do you think he's hungry? Now, where did I put those acorns? That's funny. So I think that he was so busy burying the acorns, he doesn't remember where he put them. So now he's looking at the berries and thinking maybe a berry would be a good thing to eat. Berries everywhere! Oh, I hope he didn't take it from Mr. Mouse though, because it's not nice to take things out of other people's hands, right? Berries, he said. Up and look what those mice are doing. They were watching where the squirrel was burying his nuts. So now they're eating his nuts while he's sleeping. Well, that's a silly story. Up and here is a picture. I don't know where that is, probably a hole in a tree. There's a lot of acorns there. So later today, we're going to be making acorns. And we're also going to be talking a lot about opposites. Do you know what opposites are? An opposite would be girl, boy. Because Antonio, you're a boy and I'm a girl. So those are opposites. So they mean the exact different thing than the first thing you said. So I have some special cards here. They're called opposites. So I thought we'd look at some opposites. Ugh. Let's see what our first set of cards says. So there's a rocket, and the word is U-P. Up. Up. And then it shows a picture of a balloon, a kite, a bird. So those are all things you see up. What do you think the opposite of up is? Did you say down? That's the opposite. So this is a little person in a parachute. And let's look at some other things that go down. Rain. Leaves are falling down in the fall. And snow. So up and down are opposites. Let's look at the next one. So here's a window, and here's the sun, and this says day. Day. So there's a picture of a sun, birds, and rainbow. So those are things that you see during the day. Do you know what the opposite of day is? What do we call it when it's dark outside? Did you say night? Look, when you look out your window, you're not seeing sunshine, are you? You're seeing the dark sky and the moon and the stars. So let's see some things that we see at night. A raccoon, I know all about that. They like to get into our garbage cans. Stars. And bats. Bats sleep during the day. They're called nocturnal. They sleep during the day and they come out at night. All right, here's the next opposite. This elephant is big. Big. Let's see some other big things. A jumbo jet. A mountain. A skyscraper. So if an elephant is big, what's the opposite of big? I can think of 2 words. Let's see. They said small. I was thinking little, but little and small are the same. So look at that. It says A-N-T. Do you remember what that spells? Ant. An ant is small. Let's look at some other small things. A button, a screw, and a pea. So those are opposites. Big and small, or little. All right, next one. This is an emotion, something you're feeling. And what does this little boy look like he's doing? I think he is happy. I'm happy right now too. So let's see some words that have to do with being happy. Laugh, smile, giggle. So what do you think the opposite of happy is? Let's find out. Sad. Look at that frown. So let's see. Cry, frown, sigh. Do you know what a sigh is? It's when you go, oh. So those are opposites, happy and sad. All right, we just got a few more. So here is a car, and this says front. That is the very beginning of the car, the front. So we've got pants, the front of the pants. Hands, this side is called the front of your hands. Your face, your head is in the front of you. What's the opposite of front? Back. Here's the back of the car. The back of some pants. The back of your hand. The back of your head, where you can see your hair. You don't see a smile. All right. Oh, this is the last opposite card. And this says H-O-T, hot. And that is just showing like steam. If you ever have soup or something and it's hot, you see steam coming out of it. Fire is hot. The stove is hot. An iron is hot. Oh my gosh, these are all things you shouldn't touch. What's the opposite of hot? Could it be what I was feeling this morning when I stepped outside? Cold. And there's a snowman. Ice cream is cold. Ice cubes are cold. Refrigerator is cold. All right, well, wow, we did a lot of opposites today. And there's a whole nother side. We'll do them another day and look and see what the back of the cards say. Okay, well, I think we've been sitting for a while and we're gonna go do some movement songs. But first, I thought I would teach you a song about a squirrel, since we were talking about the squirrel and his acorns. It's called Gray Squirrel, Gray Squirrel. And I'm gonna probably go on my knees because you need to see my bushy tail. All right, it goes like this. And a gray squirrel kind of goes like this. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your little nose, hide a knot between your toes. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Let's try that one more time. Are you ready? Put your fingers together. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Wrinkle up your little nose, hide a knot between your toes. Gray squirrel, swish your bushy tail. Well, that's fun. Have you ever seen a squirrel? A squirrel does have a bushy bushy tail. A bushy tail. That means it's really, really fluffy. Okay, well, why don't we take a little movement break and get our bodies moving and grooving. And when we get back, we are going to be doing some writing practice, and then we are going to make some acorns. Let's do way up high in an apple tree. Get 3 red apples ready. Way up high in an apple tree. 3 red apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in an apple tree, 2 red apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Way up high in an apple tree, 1 red apple smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apple and it was good. Let's sing I have 10 little fingers. I have 10 little fingers, and they all belong to me, and I can make them do things. Would you like to see? I can shut them up tight. I can open them wide. I can clap them together, and I can make them hide. I can put them up high. I can put them down low. I can roll them around and fold them just so. Let's do 3 little monkeys swinging on a tree. So get 3 little monkeys ready. 3 little monkeys swinging on a tree. Teasing Mr. Alligator, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, hungry as can be. Snap! 2 little monkeys swinging on a tree. Teasing Mr. Alligator, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, hungry as can be. Snap! 1 little monkey swinging on a tree. Teasing Mr. Alligator, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Alligator, hungry as can be. Snap! No more monkeys swinging on a tree. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're sad and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sad and you know it, cry boo-hoo, boo-hoo. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're excited and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! Letter A, A. I can make a great big A. Start up, slide down, back up, slide down, and cross it in the middle. Letter A, A. I can make a little A. Make a circle, then a stick. It's really very simple. All right, well, we're going to be doing a little writing practice, so you need to grab your binders. And we are going to be practicing writing both the upper and the lowercase A. So you can just use this paper, which has the sky and the red line for the gate and the green grass on the ground. Or if you need a little more practice, you could grab one of these sheets. Remember, they're set up the same way, blue at the top, but this is for the lowercase a, so it shows you where to start on that gate, the red gate line. Or your uppercase a's, it gives you the little dots if you're still having trouble making those. So I'm just going to use this one. Make sure you put your paper in the right way. The blue should be up at the top because that's where the sky is. Up, 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 up. And then you need your dry erase marker and you need a tissue. So I think I'm all set. So let's remember some of the things that we've learned in this almost full week of school, a little past a full week of school. When you pick up your pen, make sure you're picking it up at the bottom. You shouldn't be holding your pen up top. That's not a good grip. And certainly we should not be holding our pen like this. Okay, that's not making your fingers strong. And it's not really easy to write letters that way either. So I'm gonna take my top off. Let's practice how we pick up our marker. Make sure the point is facing you. You pick it up with your pinching fingers and slide it up. And if you're a lefty, well, you do the same thing. I'm gonna pick it up with my left hand. Oh, I wanted to do that song with you guys today too. And you kind of point it toward your elbow when you write with your left hand. And you might need to turn your paper too. That helps. It's hard to be a lefty because most people are righties. My son, my firstborn, is a lefty. All right, so I'm going to pick this up. Now I'm going to show you how to do it while I'm holding it up, but this is not how Mrs. Hamilton wants you writing your letters, okay? So I'm just going to put this on the ground to give you a couple of reminders. The bottom of your hand should be touching the board when you write. All right, you shouldn't be like this. Oh, that makes writing so hard. So that's why we use the binders, to put your hand in the right position. So the first letter we're gonna make is the uppercase A. Remember our song? Letter A, A. I can make a great big A. Start up at the blue line, slide down to the green line, back up to the blue line, slide down to the green line, and cross it in the middle, right on the red line. Was that easy? Might have been, it might not have been, because this might be all new to you. Let's try it again. So you start your letters up at the top, start up, slide down, back up, slide down, and cross it in the middle. All right, we're gonna make one more. Start up at the blue line, start up, slide down, back up, slide down, and cross it in the middle. If you're still having trouble making those diagonal lines, the slanted lines, don't worry, it takes a long time to get the idea of it. So if you're doing this and you're making H's by mistake, that's okay. But you should probably get out the little dotted paper, and that will help you with those diagonal lines. As I said, the uppercase A is one of the hardest letters that you make. Those diagonal lines are tricky. So I'm gonna erase my A's. If you wanna do a little more, make sure you pause Mrs. Hamilton's video, and then you can come back to make the lowercase A, okay? All right, I'm gonna erase this. Now we're gonna make the lowercase a's. They're half the size of the uppercase A. So sometimes it's trickier because you have to make a little circle. Now remember, circles always go to the left, to the left. Now sometimes we make forward circles, like when we make the letter B, we make a forward circle. But whenever we make circles, just regular circles, we go to the left. All right, ready? So we're gonna start at that red dotted line. Put your pen right there, and we're gonna go around to the left, around, down to the green line, back up, close the circle. Ah, there it is. And then you just put your pen up here and make one straight line down. And if you're doing this, watch Mrs. Hamilton, you make your circle And then your line looks like that. You gotta bring it a little more. I call it kissing. You gotta make sure it's kissing that circle. So just erase that and bring it, make it touch it. But that's a common mistake too. All right, let's try another one. So start at the red line. Put your pen right there. We're gonna go around and close that so it looks like a lollipop. And then make the line touching it. Okay, let's try one more. Whew. Put your hand here, or your marker, go around, stop, and then make your line. That's hard work. And if you've worked really hard, and this is something I haven't done yet, but I usually do when Mrs. Hamilton teaches, after we do that work, I say, you can draw whatever you want now. That's fun. So I think I'll draw a little something, and you can draw a little something too. Don't look at what I'm drawing. What am I gonna draw? You can draw whatever you want. And if you just want to draw scribbles, draw scribbles. Oh, I changed my mind. I'll give you a hint what I'm drawing. It's something we made yesterday. Just gotta remember. Oh, I could always look on the wall. Are you still drawing? I'm gonna write the word. If you're still drawing, you can pause the tape. But I want to show you what I made. Are you ready? Voila! I made an ant. So I just made 3 circles touching each other, and then I made 2 antennae, and then I made the face. Oh, I forgot the little nose we made yesterday. And then I added 3 legs on one in the middle, 3 legs at the end, and then I wrote A-N-T, ant. I wonder what you guys drew. I'm sure it's beautiful, whatever you did. So we'll do that a little more too, because that's fun, especially on Thursdays, because we don't have a paper to do on Thursdays. So maybe Thursdays will be free draw. So I'm gonna erase my board, and that was fun. Make sure you put your top on. Are you being a clicker? Oh, it didn't click. I can do it again. There. Put it here. So then I know where it is for tomorrow, because I don't know about you, but Mrs. Hamilton, I just kind of leave my stuff laying around, and then when I need it, I can't find it. All right, so I'm going to read you one more story, and then we're going to make our craft. And I'm going to read the story because it is called We Love Fall, and I know it has a squirrel in it and maybe some acorns, and I found my little toy squirrel that I wanted to show you because it has a bushy tail, and I wanted you to see what a bushy tail is. My cat has a bushy tail too. I'll have to bring her down sometime. But here's the squirrel. He's holding a nut, and there's his little bushy tail. So he's not a gray squirrel, he's a brown squirrel. And they come in different colors. There's gray ones, brown ones. I've seen white ones, and I've seen black ones. All right. So fall is coming, so I thought this would be a good book to read. We Love Fall. The author is Diane Muldrow, and it's illustrated by Jill Dubin. Oh, and these are all things that are fun to do in the fall. It's fall! Not yet. Feel the chill in the air. Definitely felt the chill in the air, so I know fall is coming. We pick out warm clothes to wear, and not like snowsuits, but maybe not shorts anymore, so long pants and sweatshirts. Boots, like Ugg boots. Those are Mrs. Hamilton's favorites. Red, yellow, brown, leaves fall down. Kites fly high in the sky. We rake, we play. So if you have a lot of leaves falling from your trees and you have to rake them in piles, and sometimes it's fun to jump in the pile. Busy squirrels, hide nuts away. And there are the acorns. And there are some gray squirrels with bushy tails, like our song today. Apples drop, apples plop. And I like this book too because we talked about apples. Pumpkins grow on the ground. Pumpkins grow fat and round. Pumpkin pie is a treat. Pumpkin pie is good to eat. Another rhyming book too. We love fall. Fall is fun. So fall will be here in just a few weeks. All right, so today we are making, I hung it up here so you could see, acorns. And I made opposite acorns. I made a big acorn and I used the word little. A little acorn. I could have said small, but I picked little. So we are going to be making this. We're not going to be doing the cutting today, so we're just going to be adding the pieces and then the right words on the right acorn. So B, big. The B will be on the big acorn. And little. Little is the beginning sound of that word, the L. So the L will be on the little one and B will be on the big one. And funny, the word big is a small word. Little is a little bigger. Okay, so I'm gonna get my glue paper ready and we are gonna be needing glue. Glue today. So you're gonna need a big acorn, a little acorn, and then the acorn tops, a big one and a little one. And then the words. Here they are. Well, here's big. Remember when I said about Mrs. Hamilton throwing her stuff around? Gotta make sure they're all there. All right, so grab your glue. Mine is right here. I gotta get a pencil box like you guys have. Then I can bring my pencil box right here and keep all my things in it. So, when we did the activity yesterday, I put my glue down so it doesn't get stuck on my top. So I have to wind it up just a little. And you can put your acorns in any order that you want. So if you want to put the little one first, you can. I think I'm going to do it just like this one. So I'm going to hang this up so you can see it because that helps when you're making something that you can see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to get the big acorn bottom. And I'm gonna put my glue all around the edges and kind of pushing hard. So I'm gonna put that on. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna get the little acorn and put some glue. Now remember, we're not just sticking the glue in the middle. We're going around the sides, the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, watch me. Now we gotta put the tops on. Obviously the big top is gonna go on the big acorn and the little top is gonna go on the little. So I'm just gonna make a line across the very top, that flat part. Right across there. Here we go. One line there, one line there. Stick the tops on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. All right, let's see. Oh, the shake test worked. And now I'm gonna put on the words. Make sure you put the right word on, look. The word big is a smaller word and it begins with the B. So it's this one, B-I-G. That goes on the big one. So you can just put some glue anywhere you want on your big acorn and stick the word on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now do the same, a little longer strip of glue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, how does it look? Well, we have acorns, and we have a big acorn and a little acorn. Do you remember what those are called? They're called opposites. Opposites, big and little, up and down, hot and cold. All right? So we have one more day left of a week, and tomorrow we are going to be learning all about astronauts.
Like me!
You're right. Oh my. Yes, Snoozer. Next time, remember, you got to raise your hand. Yes, Snoozer actually went up in space on a rocket all by himself. And what did you see in space? Where did your rocket go?
The moon!
The moon! Oh my gosh! That is so exciting. So we're going to get to watch that tomorrow. Wouldn't that be exciting, Snoozer?
Yep!
I can't wait to see that. So we're going to talk about astronauts. And astronauts, of course, are people that go up into space, like on a rocket. So we are going to learn a lot about that. And I'm so excited. And I'm really excited that we have Antonio with us today too. You guys were so good today. I'm very proud of how well you sat and followed our listening roles, and to all the boys and girls out there too. So I know that you're learning every day, and you're really getting used to going to school and learning things and having fun with Mrs. Hamilton in Mrs. Hamilton's class. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for Astronaut Day. Have a great day, be kind,